Well, thanks again so much for joining, Kenlee.
Thank you for
Um,
having me.
you're a redshirt sophomore competing for the Western Kentucky's women's soccer team, wearing number 9. Uh, I'd argue her favorite Bible verse is Romans 5:3. I know that because it's in her Instagram bio.
Yep.
She's from Owensboro, Kentucky, went to Davies County High School. And again, she's here today as one of our very early podcast guests. And, again, like I mentioned, a big part of why we have guests on is to speak on some of their certain successes in their career. And you've done a great job of leveraging and building a platform for yourself, specifically on social media. So thanks again for joining. Why is that your favorite Bible verse, if you don't mind me asking? I think that's a big
I
part of
actually
it.
have it tattooed on me, and then it's hanging right there.
So it must be your favorite Bible verse, especially if you get it, you know what I mean, inked on your skin, whatever.
So basically, since I've been in college, I've had 4 ankle surgeries and a heart surgery, and so throughout all of that, that's kind of been my go-to thing that like I would rely on. After it was either my first or second surgery, my dad he like texted me this long paragraph because obviously like doing all that isn't fun, and a couple of times like I would go into like a tough mental state, and he texted me a bunch of encouraging stuff and then sent this Bible verse. And like I'd always heard the verse, like I knew of the verse, but I never really like applied it to my life. And then after he sent it to me, I was like, okay, wow, like yeah. And it's not only so, but we glorify in our sufferings because suffering produces perseverance. And so that's kind of been like my life motto throughout everything, to just there's a bigger goal in life and to just keep persevering through everything. So
Yeah, I mean, adversity is inevitable. I mean, but heart surgery is, I don't know if that's like, a certain extent of adversity that 99.9% of people don't have to go through.
yeah, we didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, that's probably a huge part of your story
Oh yeah.
that you can have a whole conversation about. But thanks for sharing that, and it's good to know why you have that in your Instagram bio. But I guess kind of staying on that topic, Kenlee, do you go about posting content related to religion, right? And
Yeah.
does that ever get tricky, right? Because there's certain people who are following you or having built up kind of a following of folks who are interested in that aspect of your life.
Yeah, no, I would say the majority of what I post is faith based. Like almost all of my Instagram stories are that. I try to put at least something like a day about my faith and stuff like that to encourage other people. Um, with it being tricky, honestly, like not really. I just look at it as like I don't know, like we're called to be disciples of Christ, and like we're called to share this, and so like it's almost like my job to do this, and so I've never really thought of it as like being weird to do or stuff like that, just
Yeah.
because it's such a staple in my life. It's like on social media it's so important to like express who you are and to not change because of other people, and so
Right.
for me like it's important to like live out and let people know like this is something that's super important to me, and like if you don't know about him, then maybe you can look at my life on here and realize that there's something that's living inside of me that's different than of this world. So
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And then I guess kind of going back even before you were posting or I guess had this platform and even had to consider whether it was going to be tricky to be posting faith-based content. Like, take us back to kind of square one, Kenlee. Like was it a viral moment for you? Like my platform, and I don't have nearly the as big of a platform as you do, but like it came because I played at Notre Dame. Like
yeah.
playing quarterback at Notre Dame was just you were kind of blessed with having and but so for you, like was there one moment? Was there kind of a slow progression? But how did social media become such a big part of your life?
It was a little bit of like one moment, but then at the same time, it was like a slow progression. I always tell people, like, whenever they ask me, I'm like, I don't know. I just woke up one day. It was like this.
I just
But
woke up one day with 500,000 notifications and followers.
I remember it was, oh man, it was in 2019, and I had posted this video with my boyfriend at the time, and I had like tripped and fell or something, and then I like laughed, and my laugh, like, I don't know, everyone said that it sounded really funny. And so that's like the first video that ever like went viral on my page. And I remember waking up the next morning and I had like 17.5K followers or something. And I was like, whoa, like this is
On
crazy. Holy
Instagram,
cow.
TikTok.
On TikTok, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was like, wow, this is nuts. And then ever since then, it just started slowly progressing. So,
Yeah, but did you feel like you were like, so when did you start working at it, right? Like, is it fair to say you work at it, right? And I guess
yeah.
sort of the next kind of generation of people coming up, like, who want to be social media influencers, like, what's your recommendation? You know, because people just think it's all, I mean, it is about going viral, but like, what's the balance, right? Like,
Yeah.
you
Um,
probably got lucky. You didn't even mean to go viral on putting a video of you tripping and laughing. Right. So, like, when did you start working at it, and what did that look like?
I would say I didn't really start working with it until like this past year. Obviously, like playing soccer in college really like helped it a lot. But then like once all of the NIL stuff started and everything, that's when like I really realized like, oh, I have an opportunity to do something with this. And obviously like we're made aware of like everything as athletes like that we can have with NIL and stuff like that. And so like sitting down in meetings and hearing all of that, I'm like, okay, like this is kind of cool. And then I would like meet with some people, and I realized that like if I do really like want to, I guess like be good at this, then I'm gonna have to work at it, and I'm gonna have to post a certain amount and post certain things and stuff like that. And so I guess I'd say like this past year is when I really started focusing and working on it.
Yeah, that's cool. What's the next question I have for you? I guess it's more along the lines of how has that social media success, have you been able to leverage that, right? You talk about name, image, and likeness. And how's Western Kentucky doing with that? Like, has the university supported you guys and provided you resources? But
Oh
then,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
how have you, I guess the second part of that question is how have you been able to leverage tripping and falling and laughing and becoming a viral sensation um, to now, monetizing? Hopefully, you're using the mobile platform, but obviously otherwise, what have those opportunities look like for you?
Yeah, no, it's definitely translated over to NIL. Like, obviously, I mean, if I was just like a soccer player at Western without social media or anything, like, I probably really wouldn't have any NIL deals without like reaching out towards people. It's my
Yeah.
social media that brings it in. And we have like I don't even know what his exact title is, but he helps us with all of the NIL stuff. Like I will sit down with him once a week and he'll go through my emails with me, help me respond to people, help me figure out like if it's worth my time or not,
Mhm.
and stuff like that. But yeah, I would say that like having a social media and having a platform like this has made all the world of difference with NIL for sure.
Yeah. I don't know, because again, I keep going back to your. It was luck, right? But it was the
Yeah.
algorithm and whatnot. But like, I guess for those high school athletes coming into school, like, do you have any insight on, hey, here's where you should get started? Like, is it going to see, the individuals who are overseeing the name, image, and likeness operations at your school, and
Yeah.
like
Um,
what how would you have gotten started if you look back on it and it wasn't that one
yeah.
instance?
My biggest thing, um, and like with algorithms and all this, like stuff that I figured out is like posting like staying consistent. So like posting a certain amount each month, um, almost having like multiple Instagram stories every day, like to keep people engaged. Um, and then, I mean, honestly, like posting once a week, like keep people on their toes. With TikTok, it'd be more than that. But really, that's the biggest thing is just keep posting, keep posting, keep posting. And like I know that it can get very overwhelming and hard. And it can get a lot sometimes. So
Yeah.
like my biggest thing is like when you are posting on social media and doing all of that stuff, like just be you. Like don't try to change who you are just to fit into what the social media influencer looks like. You're not going to get famous or a platform off of looking like everyone else. You know, there's already enough of that. Like you're set aside because you're different. Like that's how you get a platform like that. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? So
100%.
that's my biggest thing.
100%. What happens if TikTok gets banned, though, Kenlee?
Honestly,
What happens then? Where do we put all
Instagram,
that?
Instagram, it is. Um,
Yeah.
I honestly like I will get on TikTok and post videos and stuff, but I'm not on there like scrolling a whole lot. I've honestly kind of shifted over towards Instagram a little bit more here recently. Um, yeah, I
Yeah.
I guess just Instagram.
Reels,
Do what?
reels.
Reels or just pictures. I love just I love the dumps right now, being able to just post all kinds of stuff. Yeah,
Reels are in right now. Yeah. What I mean, when you have the conversations with brands, what platforms are they mostly wanting to leverage for you? I'm assuming it's TikTok because of your audience there, but
yeah.
like, what uh, what have you seen as far as
Hmm.
brand strategy?
A lot of times it's TikTok, but more recently it's been like post a TikTok video, but then also post it on Instagram as a reel. So it's kind of like do both. But
Okay.
there for a while, like whenever I really first started doing all this, it was mainly just TikTok. But here recently, it's been Instagram and TikTok, and some of them have been just Instagram, like post this amount of stories and then do one post, that kind of thing.
Got it. Cool. Um, I just think there's more virality on TikTok, right? Like
Yeah,
opportunity probably.
yeah.
Um, but what do I know? Um, cool. One of my last questions before we get into the kind of rapid fire is, you have this platform now, right? And you're still young. You're a redshirt sophomore, so I'm assuming you have 2 years of eligibility left. But I just had a conversation with Inc. magazine around college athletes and the entrepreneurial opportunities and creating businesses, right? So 500,000 plus on TikTok, 100 plus thousand on Instagram. Like that's very monetizable, and you've already done that, right? But I think a significant business can be created out of it. Have you given any thought to what your post college career looks like? And is there any entrepreneurial, you know, mindset that you're thinking of, or because I think today's different. Like you don't have to just go into the world of corporate America and go work on the
Yeah,
general 9 to 5, which is amazing and it provides livelihood for a lot of folks. But I think the influencer creator space is expanding, and you're obviously a prime example of what that could be. And then businesses get launched out of it. So
yeah.
have you given that any thought?
I definitely have. Um, yeah, right now I'm like, I don't know exactly what I want to do, but everyone's like, you would be dumb not to do something with social media, um,
Right.
or related to social media. And I mean, honestly, I enjoy doing it. I love doing it. And um, I don't know exactly what it is yet, but I think
Yeah.
that I do want to do something along those lines with it.
Yeah. You think like even merchandise or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
It's not
definitely.
social media related, but you can leverage that
Oh
platform.
yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks, Kelly. And then quick rapid fire, couple questions, if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
kept these a secret, so you can't think about them.
Oh no. Oh no.
Easy questions. I probably need more, but all right. TikTok or Instagram?
Right now, I'd say Instagram.
Okay. I know you're a big country fan. Morgan Wallen or Luke Bryan?
Morgan Wallen, for sure.
Is he just like he's just way better?
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Not even.
Not even close.
Oh, bad question. Create your own trend or follow trends.
Ooh, man. You know, I would say create your own trend, but sometimes it's easier to do, like to just follow another one. If that makes sense. But I'd
Which are more successful? I mean, probably following.
probably follow, yeah. Yeah, those are the ones that usually get more hype.
Yeah. Play professional soccer or create content.
Okay, in my dream world, like if I didn't have my injuries or anything like that, then, you know, little Kenlee, her dream was to play professional soccer. But, like, obviously now it's not really in the cards because of my ankle and everything. And so it's going to have to be content creating. But I would love to play. I know this is not the question. I would love to do both. That would be so cool. But I guess content creating. But little me and like me right now, if we took out the injuries and stuff, I'd give anything to play professionally. That'd be so cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I have, Kenlee. Is there anything that you want the people to know, or what's next for you? Do you have content coming out? Where can they follow you?
Uh,
Let the folks know.
okay, everyone can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at just Kenlee Newcom. And then just some advice. I kind of already said this, but like posting on social media and stuff like that, like just be yourself. Don't try to fit into the ways of the world and stuff like that. I don't know, something that like is what I took a lot of pride in is my friends. I'll be walking around with them, and like there will be people who are like, "Oh my goodness, like you are the exact same in person that you are on social media," and like that's one of the biggest like I don't know like the best compliments you can give someone who is on social media. Yeah, you don't want to be like, "Oh my gosh, like she's fake on Instagram, but then acts like this in person." Like really, like that would be one of my biggest pet peeves. And so I'd just say, you know, be who you are. Don't change who you are or your beliefs because of anything like this. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's amazing. Thanks so much for joining
Thank
the
you for
podcast.
having me.
And good luck. Are you fully recovered from your ankle?
A little bit. We're getting there. We're working on it.
Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for being a user of the MOGL platform as well. If there's anything that we can do, just let us know. And we're excited to be following your journey, both on the field and on social media. And we look forward to having you on.
Thank you so much.
All right, Kenlee. Take care now. Thanks.